today we're putting in the wideband and the boost gauge. It's a real JDM boost gauge right here. It's in kilograms per centimeter squared, which is almost bar, and it's about 14 psi. So 8 psi would be about 0.6, which is what I'm going to be making.
Oil pressure gauge is going here when it comes in.
Right, so this is going to be AFR, boost, and oil pressure right here. So we're just going to drill right into it, pop these gauges in, and it's going to be great.
So update here, we had to drop the whole exhaust because this thing was from the Titanic and this piece wouldn't come off with the clamp. The headers, the collector stops right here, so you have to drill into the actual runners of the header and ruin that to actually put a wideband bung. So we're going to use it after the cat, but it's hollowed out. The only thing we have to worry about really is if it's going to leak there. But we might just need a new gasket or something. And then I got the wiring ran through there and then around a grommet over here, and then it follows this line around the AC stuff, and then it reaches pretty much where it was stuck.
This is my first time welding in probably like 2 years, and it's probably my 5th time welding ever. So I guess we'll just see how this goes.
He's going to try and put a stainless bung on mild, and he doesn't even have a specialty wire for the MIG.
I don't think you need specialty wire.
Oh, you're just going to hold it in your hand to tack it?
Yeah.
Just tacking it on. See how stainless and mild mix.
No, it should be solid on there. Alright. Chill out.
Look at that gap.
It's not a very good weld.
What the hell?
Huh? Welding. Oh man, she's looking rough.
Just do the whole thing in one go.
I mean,
The word. It's not splattering or anything.
yeah, I think I'm a professional welder. Alright, I need to flip it now.
I guess we are like halfway.
Yep. Ooh, it's not looking very good. Alright, let's keep going. Doesn't look that bad.
Are there any air holes?
Looks pretty bad, but I guess I've seen one.
What about like this corner? These still pretty solid. Alright, Paul is putting the parking brake cable on because he put the exhaust back on. This is what we're doing for the wideband. Just running it through these holes on the cigarette lighter and then shoving the pin over it. That's what I did for my car, so you don't have to solder anything permanently. It already turns on. And we're gonna check for exhaust leaks in a minute.
14.7.
That's like atmosphere or whatever, I think. I don't know. Just start it. Ooh. Pretty good. What? Let's check for leaks.
Open up the garage, dude.
Nice. You want to check for leaks? Give it the full power. Amazing. Fastest truck. We got 2 injectors out.
So we got 2 injectors out so far. Now we're taking the throttle body off, and we gotta take all of these vacuum lines off to get to the throttle body.
And you can't even use any of those for boost because they're all before the throttle body.
Right. I think there's a plug on the back of the intake manifold back here that you can unscrew and screw in an air adapter fitting.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. These are the good players.
The purpose of this video is to see how it's gonna idle with injectors it can't handle. Because it
So
definitely won't be able to.
So the stock injectors are like 295cc, I think. These are 440cc. ECU can only handle a 10% increase.
Something like that.
But a couple of guys on Tacoma World that ran these injectors. One dude originally bought a Mega Squirt just because he thought these injectors, the ECU couldn't handle these injectors. And then he took his Mega Squirt out and the stock ECU handled the injectors. And he was like, the only reason I was running it is because I didn't think the stock ECU would handle the injectors. So hopefully it will be just fine.
I don't know why he would give up all that control to just go back to stock.
I don't know why he took it off either, but he ended up selling the truck anyway.
Oh.
Take your tip. Anyway, we gotta disconnect it somehow.
Alright, well we're gonna update y'all when the throttle body's off, and maybe not, maybe just the intake manifold. Way out of focus. It's way easier to mod. Do you have brake cleaner?
No.
You could have cleaned your throttle body.
We just got the top half of the intake manifold off. Now we just gotta get all of this freaking stuff off. This is crazy. I also got the EGR tube off. Nate's over here making some EGR block off plates. That looks great.
Thanks, man. Just gotta drill some holes.
We just traced the gasket.
Try both at once. Maybe not. Just gotta look lined up.
Yep.
Nope.
Let me go find a small drill bit. That looks pretty good.
Not very close to center. It fell off center again. That's not terrible.
This bit sucks. Did you see it smoking?
Yeah. Let's try to put this on, see if it's lined up.
Is it hot?
Maybe. Alright, we'll do that one first.
Bolted on there. Here's the EGR tube. Anyone wants this? Hit me up. We got the injectors out, well, 3 of them so far. And then we're gonna be installing these Osidetiger 440cc injectors. And I hope they work on the stock ECU. I'm cleaning out these disgusting intake manifold ports in the head. Look at this. This is disgusting.
Where's the lower manifold? Oh, there it is. That's the EGR block off on that side. The other one I made is right here. We have new gaskets for all these. So these are going in the scrap. Alright, well here's the update. Fuel filters changed. The injector cups are out.
These injector cups were awful.
They were fine.
They were brittle and they were old plastic and they just completely broke apart whenever we tried to pull them out. It took like 30 minutes to get all 4 of these caps out.
These are banjo fittings. These are the plastic clips that are in the head. And there's an O-ring that sits inside of the cup. And it's got a little jumper harness for the Denso injectors. And I think these are EV1 or EV0. Oh yeah, EV1. The same ones I have. We got all these yucky ports cleaned up. All the new cups are in with the injectors that won't work. And throttle body's clean. That's the side that really sees oil anyway. The manifold cleaned up with a new gasket. And that's a trash pile. We're just hooking up the intake manifold and tucking all the wires back in. That's Toyota Spiderweb.
Toyota spaghetti. The good thing is that we have our reference over here. We can get an idea of how things go. So I did that completely wrong, it looks like.
How many valves does this thing have? 0?
It looks like nothing goes here on this one. I don't really know.
We're about to start the truck.
About to start it up for the first time after putting in the new 440cc injectors.
Yep, and you really can't flip the camera when you're recording. We're gonna check for leaks in the fuel system, also the AFRs, and see if they're at like 9. I don't see any leaks, so we're gonna look at the AFRs.
Oh my god.
It smells really rich out here. You're gonna go down to 5 miles a gallon.
It was at 14.7 when it started up.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a cold start.
I think it's learning the new injectors. It's trimming the fuel.
I don't know.
Check that out. We're up to 13.2. Oh, 3?
Let's just go for a test drive.
Is it leaking at all?
No.
Alright, we're steady at 13.2. Really.
We're gonna see. I guess it is leaning out some. Alright guys, I'm gonna admit I was wrong because it's idling pretty good. It takes a bit to come down. But we're gonna kick up some rocks for you. Was that sick? I thought that was pretty good.
I think it was pretty sick too.
Did 4-wheel drive kick in?
No.
Just kidding, it's not all-wheel drive, I guess. Hey guys, we're making a gauge tester.
Just mounted up the boost gauge. We jigsawed a hole in the airbag cover, and it's just pressure fitted around there. Nate just hurt himself with the hole saw.
Hey, no, that was an accident.
KGCM squared. Alright, so we got all 3 gauges in there. They look pretty good. They're all black bezel with white face, which looks decent. They're not all the same flushness. The AFR gauge sticks out just a little bit more than the rest, but it's alright. It looks alright still. Only the AFR gauge is working right now. I have to wait till we get the turbo in, really. I guess I could plumb this one in. This one is going to come off of the turbo oil feed. I got a little fitting with a side port on it for the oil pressure gauge.
You could still read vacuum, you know?
Yeah, I could still read vacuum. That's a project for another day.